Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. It's probably going to be better now. All right, so audio should be better now, and it should be better, and I think it probably is. So I think we're all set. But the camera is pointed. I can't help this. The field, the way this field is laid out, we are looking, and it's not just it's the Hobbs girls dugout, looking directly into the sun, and the camera is pointed right directly into the sun, and there's no way I can catch the whole of everything going on the field in one camera action, and gonna have to deal with the Hobbs girls right here at the fence. So with where I had to set up, and this was where I was put, these are the best options. Sorry about that, having to shoot through the mesh of the backstop as well. So at bat, of course, is Mariah Jimenez, and it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Jimenez. So here we are, top of the first. And that is a call strike that was a little unpopular with the Hobbs faithful. So 1-2 count on Jimenez now. And a swing, a missed strikeout for out number 1. Lessentine, a very good pitcher. She's got a very low earned run average, just right at 2. It was 2.136. So Lessentine on the mound. So 1 out now. And that brings up Edith Chavez to the plate. And again, I'm doing my best. Gonna have to try to capture the at-bats. And there's just no way I can get all of the field, even with a wide-angle lens. This is the best I can do for you. So just gonna have to try to move the camera. And that is gonna be another strike. So already 0-2. Lessentine, a very formidable pitcher here. And Hobbs is just gonna have to try to be as aggressive as they can at the bat. 1 out, nobody on, 0-2 count. That is going to miss high and away for ball 1. So 1-2 the count on Chavez. Boyle awaits on deck. Garcia in the hole. Lessentine is in the circle for Alamogordo. Granados is behind the plate. And that is going to be a call strike. So actually 2-2 is the count now. I think I had it at 1 and so 2-2 is now the count. She had only 1 strike before, but now 2. A lot of heat in that pitch. And the third pitch is in. It's going to be a little high and outside. So runs the count full. So Chavez working the full count with a good eye, trying to get on base and get something started for Hobbs. They're definitely going to need to get as many runs early in this game as they can. And that is going to be a call. Strike 3 at the knees for out number 2, strikeout number 2 for Lessentine on the mound, or in the circle rather, for Alamogordo. Daly is at first, Evans at second, Ortiz at short, Cossum at third, Ruiz in left, Herrera in center, and Rodriguez in right for Alamogordo. That is going to be high and outside for ball 1 on Kaya Boyle. So 1-0 the count on Boyle. And that is going to miss low and inside for ball number 2. So 2-0 the count. And I'm going to trying to get it in the frame so I can get the pitcher and the batter in the same frame. And believe me, see, all I can do is get closer at this point. Here we are. That is going to be a call strike. 2-1 the count now. 2-1 your count on Boyle. Garcia on deck, Young in the hole. 2 outs here, top of the first. That's going to miss low and inside for ball number 3. So Boyle with a good eye working the 3-1 count. Hobbs, where I'm situated, The Hobbs dugout is just to my left. You can probably hear, and that is going to be a call, strike, and run the count full now on Boyle. You can probably hear I've got a crowd in the bleacher to my right. Mostly, I think it's mixed. It may be Hobbs right here on the left side, maybe all Hobbs, but the Hobbs dugout for sure is right there to the left. And a swing and a miss for out 3. Strikeout number 3, out 3. Hobbs goes 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. They're facing a formidable pitcher. They just need to get out in the field, try to shut Alamogordo down, and we'll be back with more Hobbs Lady Eagles softball here on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Construction Company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Outlaw Grill thanks you for supporting Outlaw Grill throughout the years. Outlaw Grill has all your favorites, from savory soups to burgers. Porterhouse steaks, fettuccine alfredo, crispy chicken scallopini are just some of the all-time favorites. Outlaw Grill invites you to come in or call your order in 575-392-2012. That's 575-392-2012. It's a fast turnaround time for a delicious gourmet meal from the crew at Outlaw Grill.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan, and in their at-bat in the top of the first inning, Hobbs went 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Lessentine fanned the side. Now Hobbs is out in the field, and up first for your Lady Tigers will be number 10, Maylee Herrera in center field. On deck is Granados, the catcher, and batting third is Lessentine, the pitcher. For Hobbs, Bennett is in the circle, Rodriguez behind the plate. Garcia's on first, Boyle on second, Harrison at short, Young at third, Cameron Harrison in left, Chavez in center, and Jimenez in right. And the first pitch is in, and it is a strike. So bottom of the first, no outs, 0-1 count on the first batter, left-handed batter. And that is going to miss to even up the count, 1-1. Of course, from the side, it's a little hard to see. Can't really gauge whether it's inside or outside. I can kind of guess, kind of look at it, but. And a little pop is going to go to Young as a drag bunt from that left, a little slat bunt failed Herrera. And with a pop out to Young at third, 1 away. So 1 out, Granados the catcher up to the plate, right-handed batter. Again, it's a little difficult even for me to see and see on the screen. It's so, the contrast is so low, almost directly into the sun. By the way, I overheard that that Alamogordo actually wanted to play this game starting at 7 tonight. Probably would have been better. As far as the sun goes, would have been better for us. Yes, and I understand it would have been, most of that game would have been played under the lights, and we wouldn't have this problem or very much of it. But it's not about us, it was about safety. I think the concerns were about the team traveling, having to be on the road coming back that late. So here we go. And that is going to miss for ball number 3. The Hobbs faithful not liking that call. 3-1 is your count, or 2-1 rather. 2-1 is your count on Granados. She shows bunt and fouls it over here in front of me, in front of the screen, over toward the Hobbs dugout for strike number 2. So as I catch the book up, 2-2 is your count. I also understand I've got a score in the baseball. The Hobbs baseball and Lovington baseball teams started their games at 4 o'clock this afternoon in Albuquerque. The Lovington game is done. Albuquerque Valley beat Lovington boys 18-3. And there was a nice play. A nice play for the second out. So 2 up, 2 down. Hobbs is holding up their end of this for sure in the field. And they just need to continue to do this with 2 outs now. Let's catch the score bug up here in the bottom of the first. And this is your pitcher, Lessentine, up. She is a tall woman. A lot of power on the mound, or in the center rather, pitching wise. That is going to miss. So 2 balls, no strikes on Lessentine, but 2 outs now. 2 up, 2 down so far for Hobbs. Alamogordo wanting to get a 2-out rally going here with Lessentine's bat. Hobbs would like to just go ahead and shut things down and finish. And that's going to be a pop going over toward first base, and Garcia's got it. So a pop out to first base ends the at-bat for Alamogordo. So 3 up, 3 down, as no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And we are going to be back in 1 minute with more Lady Eagles softball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. Hobbs coming back up to bat, and the score is 0-0 heading into the top of the second.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle softball. Playoff time here in Alamogordo. It's a do-or-die game, must win. The winner moves on to the state tournament in Albuquerque next week. The loser's season is done, and we're tied. We've played 1 full inning, and it was 3 up, 3 down for both sides. Now it's the Hobbs Lady Eagles' turn again to try to work some magic at the bat and get some runners on and move them around and in. We are scoreless here, running into the top of the second inning. Up for Hobbs is number 16, Carissa Garcia, your first baseman and your cleanup hitter for Hobbs. And that, she gets a piece of that. That is going to be a strike. So Carissa, a very capable hitter for Hobbs. She's got lots of dingers this season. So 0-1 count. First batter up, of course. And there is a high fly ball. It's headed out to left field. And it's going to be caught. I believe, and I'm not sure, I think that was the third baseman. That was Young. It's impossible to see around the dugout and around the corner. So doing the best I can for you there. But it was an out. And I believe it was a fly out to left field, to Harrison in left field. All right, back to this. So 1 out and an 0-1 count on Marissa Young at the plate, trying to get something started for Hobbs. She's a left-handed batter. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. So 0-2 count. And that is going to miss high for ball number 1. Got out of the, just hung up in the hand of Lessentine. It got away. And sorry about this. The Hobbs, the Lady Eagles warm-up circle, and that's where they have to stand, completely blocks the view of the pitcher. And Lessentine, of course, is that's going to miss high for ball number 2. She definitely has a lot of speed. She struck out the first 3 batters. But I think it's just a matter of time before Hobbs, because they have not faced her. Hobbs and Alamogordo have not played each other this year. It's just a matter of time before they maybe can get the rhythm down and continue to make some contact, some good contact. That is going to miss. So that runs count full, 3-2 now. Harrison, Cameron is on deck. Rodriguez in the hole for Hobbs. So 1 out. And a call, strike 3 for the 2nd out, and that is strikeout number 4 for Lessentine. And now Cameron Harrison up to the plate, your left fielder for Hobbs. You can hear the Hobbs fans over to my right, behind me and over to the right, saying, hey, Cam, get something started. And that's exactly what Hobbs wants to do, get the 2-out rally started. A swing and a miss for strike 1. Hobbs girls just have to see the ball, really focus on it coming out of the pitcher's hand, no matter what the windup looks like. See it, track it, meet it. There you go, Cameron Harrison getting a little piece of it, fouling it back to the screen for strike 2. So 2 outs, nobody on. Here we are, top of the 2nd inning, and 0-2 the count. Lots of 2s here. 0-2 count. And that's going to be, call strike. The catcher dropped the ball, so they're going to throw it down to first, and she is out. So strikeout, and that is strikeout number 5 for Lessentine. Out number 3 for Hobbs, and no runs again, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And no score. We're going to go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Alamogordo coming up to the bat, and we'll be back with more Lady Eagles softball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Divine Energy Services in the Permian Basin. Divine is more than just an amazing partner in the oil field. They are committed to the youth in the Permian Basin as well. From academics to athletics, you can be assured that Divine is supporting it. Remember Divine Energy for all of your oil field needs. Divine Energy Services, supporting the Permian Basin and the Hobbs Eagles since 2006.
An adolescent alligator is about 10 feet long, depending on climate and diet. You should stay at least 1 adolescent alligator 10 feet away from power lines. You should probably stay at least 1 adolescent alligator away from alligators, too. Get more safety tips at excellenergy.com/safety. Excel Energy.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning, and it's the heart of the order for Alamogordo. Evans, Rodriguez, Batista, 4, 5, and 6. And the first pitch into Evans is going to be, I guess, a little inside and maybe high for ball number 1. So 1-0 the count. From this angle, of course, we can see the zone top to bottom. That misses high for ball number 3. So Bennett in the circle for Hobbs. Got to feel like the take sign is probably on, but maybe not, with a 3-0 count. So Bennett looking to find the zone with this pitch. And that is going to miss, I guess, inside for ball 4. So Evans walks. That brings up number 28, Alexis Rodriguez, your right fielder, to the plate. Batista, designated player, up next. And then Kosum, your third baseman, in the hole. So a walk, has a runner on first, no outs. No outs, 1 runner on. Rodriguez, your batter. And a throw down to second to try to get the runner. And yes, they pegged her. Yes, they got the runner out at second base. So nice play. Nice throw. Sorry, I didn't catch that in time. My camera just a little stubborn. All right, so 2 outs, though. Nice throw by Rodriguez. And it was a ball on Rodriguez at the plate. Rodriguez behind the plate. Threw out the runner at second. So 2-4 for the first out. And now a 1-1 count on Rodriguez at the bat. So 1-1, 1 out, nobody on. Hobbs playing very well defensively so far in this game, and they'll just need to continue to do that. That is going to miss low for ball number 2. So 2-1 the count now. Batista is on deck and Kosum in the hole. And that is going to miss as well. So the count now 3-1. 3-1. So the walk ended up not hurting because Rodriguez threw Evans out at second. So 1 out, nobody on. And that is going to miss low for ball 4. So Rodriguez is on with a walk. And that brings up number 18, Alyssa Batista, your designated player, batting in place of their flex player, Ruiz, in left field. She is a left-handed batter. So 1 out, nobody on. And that's going to be a ball. So want to know the count. Sorry, I'm also having to stand up because the way the camera is, I've got to try to be able to move the camera instead of keeping it static. And that is going to be a call strike. So even the count up, 1-1. So I'm bending over the table here with the camera. Try to raise that up here in a moment. And that is going to be a ball, I guess, high and outside for ball 2. So 2-1 the count. Again, the winner of this game will go to the state tournament in Albuquerque, actually technically Rio Rancho. Next week, the 4A and 5A girls begin play there on Thursday. There's a little hit. It's going out. It'll hit in fair territory out in shallow left field. And it is going to move the runner and also get Batista on. So Rodriguez moves to second. Batista with a single. So 1 out, runners at first and second. Now, Kosum, your third baseman, up to the plate. Daly is on deck. Ortiz is in the hole. And the ball is going to get past Rodriguez, and the runners are both going to advance. So the runners advanced. On the pass ball. Now runners at second and third. 1 out. Kosum with a 1-0 count. Let me adjust the score bug. And that is going to be a ball. So ball number 2. 2-0 the count. Kosum. 2-0. And that is going to be a hit over to Harrison. She picks it up, fires to first, but does not get the runner in time. They're going to say that the runner was safe, that she beat out the throw, and that will score 1. So an infield single. Cossum gets an RBI single. Rodriguez scores. Batista's at third. So runners at the corners now as Hobbs takes a little timeout to settle things down. 1 out. Runners at first and third. And it's the bottom of the order now. Daly, your first baseman, up to the plate. Ortiz on deck. And then if they get that far, it would be the top of the order again with Herrera in the hole. And I think, I don't know. So I believe there's going to be a courtesy runner at third. Courtesy runner in for Batista, and that is Ruiz. Is that Ruiz? 22? No. No, that's number 20. Okay. No, I thought there was a courtesy runner. I think it was just a timeout. And then she's back. She's back at third. Showing bunt and a fake throw down to second is held onto. So Rodriguez threatens the throw but does not. So Cossum will make it over to second really on defensive indifference, although there was a threatened throw, but a throw did not take place. Rodriguez trying to protect the plate and keep that runner on third from coming in. Daly showed bunt. And what was the call? Was it a ball? No. Is it a ball? It was a pitch that came in. 0-1, so it was a call. It was strike, so 0-1. She left the ball. She showed bunt and left it down long enough that I thought it should have been a strike, but I thought they called it a ball. That check swing, they're going to say she did not go. So 1-1 the count. 1-1. Rain Daly on at the bat. We've got runners at second and third now for Alamogordo, and they're leading 1-0. So 1-0 is your score. Bottom of the second, and a swing and a miss. So Rain Daly taking a cut at it. 1 out for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Have gotten 1 out against the Alamo Ladies in this at bat. So 1 out, 2 on, and a 1-2 count. I don't know what the delay was about, actually. And that is going to be a call strike. Wow. So a strikeout for Bennett. We're out number 2. That's her first strikeout. So 2 outs, 2 runners on. 1 run across so far, and Iceland Ortiz, I think I said her name is Aislinn, but it's Iceland Ortiz, your shortstop, up to the plate. 2 outs, 2 on. First pitch is going to be low for ball 1 against Ortiz, her first plate appearance. She is your bottom of the order, 9th batter. Hobbs would like to get this 3rd out. That misses low for ball number 2. So 2-0 the count. And that misses. So ball 3. 3-0 the count. With the runners at second and third for Alamogordo. They put 1 across the plate in this at bat. That hits a call, strike 1. So with a 3-0 count, the take sign was on, and Bennett found the zone, 3-1. She just struck out Daly. And Hobbs would like to go ahead and get this third out with any more damage being done. There is a high ball headed out to left field. Is it going to go foul? I believe it is. It's impossible to see from where I am. Sorry about that. Giving you the full range of the camera that's available right here. And as you can see, I'll pan around and show you while I've got time. Runners at second and third, and the Hobbs infield there. Let's get it back to the batter. Oh, swing and a foul tip to the screen, runs it full. So 2 outs, full count, runners at second and third. Hobbs would very much like to get this third out right now, head to the dugout and try to get that run back. They are behind 1-0 right now. And there's a foul out of play off to the right, so count remains full. 3-2. 3-2 on Ortiz, with top of the order up next. Herrera, Granados, and Lessentine. The pace of this game really feels slow this afternoon so far. And a high fly ball. It's headed over to right field, and catching it, making a great grab on the run is Jimenez. So a fly out to right field ends the at-bat for Alamogordo. They do manage to put 1 run across, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. So we are going to go to the top of the 3rd inning, and Alamogordo is leading 1-0, but the Hobbs girls coming up to the bat. We'll be back with more Lady Eagles softball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Cinco de Mayo specials are going on this week at Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs.
Baby back pork ribs, $1.99 a pound. Boneless beef ribeye steak, $6.99 a pound. Fresh sirloin in pork roast, $1.19 a pound. Large Roma tomatoes, 99 cents a pound. Large red honey mangoes, 99 cents each. Fancy sweet corn, 2 for $1. And tropical kiwi fruit, 2 for $1.
For all your grocery specials, come to La Tienda, 400 East Marlin, and Thriftway in the Broadmoor Shopping Center.
Hobbs Rental wants to wish Lee County student athletes the best of luck as they take on challenges and experience success. The team of Hobbs Rental wants you to know that teamwork is everything. Hobbs Rental provides complete valve service, relief valve, vent valve, and thief hatch maintenance. BR certified and ISN approved. When you need the job done right the first time, call Hobbs Rental at 393-3085. Go Eagles!
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. And in the bottom of the 2nd inning, Alamogordo scored 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. And we go to the top of the 3rd inning with Hobbs coming up to the bat. And it'll be the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9. Rodriguez, Jimenez, Harrison up for Hobbs. No. What the hell? No. All right, so top of the 3rd inning, Hobbs at the plate. Rodriguez with a 1-1 count. And Rodriguez pops out to the shortstop. So first out. So a pop out is the first out for Hobbs. It brings Angel Jimenez, your designated player, to the plate. Harrison is on deck, and then top of the order, Jimenez. And the first pitch is going to be in, and a call strike. 0-1 the count. 1 out, nobody on. Number 6, Angel Jimenez at the plate. Number 10, Candace Harrison on deck. And then the top of the order for Hobbs. A swing and a foul back to the screen for strike 2. So 0-2 the count. Here we are, top of the third. 1-0 is your score. Hobbs coming into this game ranked 12th or seeded 12th in the state in New Mexico 5A, going up against the 5th ranked or seeded Alamogordo Lady Tigers. That is going to be high for ball 1, so 1-2 the count now. Jimenez going to have to be protecting the plate. She did flinch on that till she saw that was coming in really high. So 1-2 count, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the third. Hobbs behind in this one, 1-0, and that is going to be outside for ball 2. So 2-2 the count. Even now on Jimenez, your designated player, her first plate appearance here in this game. And that is going to be a call strike. So Jimenez goes down looking for out number 2 and strikeout number 6. That brings up number 10, Candace Harrison, the shortstop, to the plate. So Hobbs looking to get a 2-out rally going, get something started here. They need to get that run back. They're trailing 1-0, but have a chance to go ahead and even it up, maybe go ahead. She shows bunt, lays down a beautiful one. Coming in is the third baseman, makes the throw, and in time for an out. That was a beautiful bunt, though. That was a perfectly executed bunt, and Cosa made a great play on it. She came in really quickly, got it, made a great throw, 5-3, but a really beautiful bunt and a good try by Harrison. As coach, of course, calling for the bunt, just trying to get a runner on, get him around, and maybe tie the game up. Unfortunately, 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the third. Alamogordo coming up to the plate. They lead 1-0. We'll be back with more Lady Eagles softball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
As Lee County's largest independent insurance agency, Lavelle Insurance works with a large number of insurance companies. They'll do your comparison shopping for you, guaranteeing you the very best price on the very best coverage for life, health, auto, retirement planning, commercial or personal insurance. Lavelle Insurance offers innovative solutions to protect your assets, goals, and future plans.
RMS Foods Incorporated of Hobbs supports local athletics. Wishing the Hobbs Eagles the best of luck. That hard work and dedication is definitely paid off. It's time to shine, Eagles. RMS Foods, providing high-quality products for the food industry. RMS Foods Incorporated, Hobbs, New Mexico, proud to be a part of Lee County. Go Eagles! Your friends at RMS Foods are behind you all the way.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. We go to the bottom of the third inning. And in the top of the third, Hobbs went up, 3 down with a pop out, a ground out, and a strikeout. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And now here we are in the bottom of the third with Alamogordo batting. And it's the top of the order. That ball comes in. It's going to even things up, 1-1 the count. So bottom of the third, no outs, nobody on. And your leadoff batter is Herrera. Bats from the left side of the plate, trying for a little slap hit or drag bunt. And she pops it up instead of deadening it. Nice spin on that ball. And she pops it up, and Rodriguez gets it. So a nice pop out to the catcher for the first out. So 1 out, nobody on. The catcher, Granados, up to the plate. She had a fly out her last time up. So she's 0 for 1. Lessenton is on deck, and Evans in the hole. And the first pitch is going to be a call, strike 1. So Granados with an 0-1 count. So 0-1 count. That is going to miss, I guess, a little high and maybe inside or outside. Again, hard to tell from this side which side of the plate that hits. I wish I had a behind-the-plate view on this one. And there's a long, high fly ball. Is it going to stay fair or go foul? I think it goes foul, even though I can't see that. Indications are that it's a foul ball. So we'll reset. Just becomes a long strike. So 1-2 the count now. 1-2 on Granados. And a ground hit headed to shortstop. Harrison knocks it down, bobbles it a bit. By the time she gets her hand on it to try to throw it, there is no throw left. So gotta write it down as an error. Hate that. Harrison's a very solid shortstop. But an E6 puts Granados on the plate. We'll see. I think she probably, catchers will often have a courtesy runner. We'll see. I'm just trying to, I have to shade my eyes. I can't wear the sunglasses. It makes it too dark to be able to see through the camera. So I'm just guessing at what's going on over there unless I can shade it with my hand. I can see the, there is a press box here up above the concession stand, but we were not invited to sit there. And it's right, the press box, that area is right behind home plate. It's elevated. So the count on Lessentine, 1-1. 1 out, 1 on. And that's going to be a foul ball out of play. Rodriguez gets up, looks, and thinks she might have a play at it, but it was out of play. So Lessentine now a 1-2 count. She, of course, your pitcher. Not your pitcher, but the Alamogordo pitcher, your home team pitcher. And a solid hit. Solid hit going out to left field. Is it going to be inside? The throw comes in too young at third, so a solidly hit ball out of camera range. Sorry about that, but there's just no way to see it. But it went out to deep left field, and the throw came in. So runners now runners at the corners, first and third. So Granados reaching on an error now moves to third base. Lessentine has a single. And Lessentine will have a courtesy runner for her. Lessentine actually made it to second, so that's a double. So runners at second and third now. Still 1 out. That is going to miss. So ball 1. 1-0 on Evans. No outs, 2 runners on. Alamogordo leading this one 1-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. And there is a ground ball. It's going to find its way between short and third. And it will score 1 and put runners now at the corners for Alamogordo. So an RBI single for Evans. Scores 1. Puts the courtesy runner for Lessentine at third. And runners at first and third now. 1 out, 2 on. And that is Alexis Rodriguez at the plate. The first pitch is going to be a ball. So 1-0 the count. Still 1 out. Sorry about that. That camera is, the sun is starting to be just directly in the camera. Throw down to second base is going to catch a runner. Oh, and no, they say that the courtesy runner at third scrambled back in time. It was a squeeze play, and I'm sorry I couldn't catch that. But the squeeze play has the runner at third safely scrambled back and trying to catch the runner at first, Evans, in the hot box. But Garcia abandoned that and threw over to third to try to get the lead runner, and did not. But good try. And no harm, as no run scored. Still, oh yes. No run scored on that play. We did have a run, of course, earlier in the at-bat. So 1 run across so far in this bat for Alamogordo. And Alexis Rodriguez at the plate with a 2-0 count. So back to the batter. That is going to be a call strike for strike number 1. So 2-1 is the count on the batter now. 1 out, runners at second and third. 1 run across so far, so it's 2-0 here. Alamogordo leading in the bottom of the third. That is going to miss inside for ball number 3. So 3-1 is the count. 1 out, runners at second and third. That's going to be a call strike. Good pitch by Bennett. I believe that probably hit the inside corner and runs the count full. So 3-2 count. Runners at second and third. Get the right ground ball in the infield, maybe double playable. And that's going to be a foul, a pop headed over to shortstop, and Harrison calls everybody off and grabs it for the second out, and the runners stay where they are. So a pop out to the shortstop for out number 2. And that puts Hobbs a little closer to getting out of this at bat without any more damage done, and that's what they want to do. They want to try to get the third out. It brings up Batista, the designated player, to the bat. She hit a single and got stranded her first time up. This is her second plate appearance. She's a left-handed batter. And the first pitch, swing and a miss, as Bennett puts one in there. Batista with an 0-1 count now. So 2 outs, 2 on. A swing and a hit back to the circle as Bennett's got it, throws it over to Garcia. Score it in the books, 1-3, and that's the third out. So a nice play. And 1-3 in the books for the third out, but not before Alamogordo scores 1 run. They do that on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 2 left on base. So we're going to go to the top of the 4th inning, and Hobbs is trailing 2-0. But we'll be back with more Lady Eagles softball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
As Lee County's
RMS Foods Incorporated of Hobbs supports local athletics. Wishing the Hobbs Eagles the best of luck. That hard work and dedication is definitely paid off. It's time to shine, Eagles. RMS Foods, providing high-quality products for the food industry. RMS Foods Incorporated, Hobbs, New Mexico, proud to be a part of Lee County. Go Eagles! Your friends at RMS Foods are behind you all the way.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball here, as Lady Eagles are coming up to bat here in the top of the 4th inning. In the bottom of the 3rd, Alamogordo scored 1 run on 2 hits. There was 1 error committed, 2 left on base. And now the Hobbs girls are at the top of the lineup for them. Jimenez at the plate, Chavez on deck, Boyle in the hole. This is the 2nd plate appearance for Jimenez. She struck out her first time. And there is a grounder to 3rd base, and it is picked up and thrown to 1st. For an out. So Jimenez grounds out 5-3 in the book for the first out. And Edith Chavez, your center fielder, to the plate. But what's good is Jimenez, after striking out, actually pulled the ball all the way over to 3rd on that. Had it been a little bit stronger, could have been a hit. But she made good, solid contact with it. And Chavez with a swing and a miss. So here we are, top of the 4th, as I adjust the scorebook. Top of the 4th, 1 out. An 0-1 count on Chavez. Struck out her last time up. Her 2nd plate appearance. She tries to get something started for Hobbs, and that's a call, strike. So 0-2 the count now. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 4th. Hobbs trailing 2-0 to Alamogordo. The winner moves on to the state tournament next week. And a swing and a miss. So a strikeout for out number 2, and that brings up number 13, Kaya Boyle, to the plate. Number 13, Boyle, she's playing 2nd base, of course, for Hobbs. And she is due 0-1, 0-for-1 so far today and due. That comes in a little high for ball 1. So Hobbs with 2 outs, like to get a rally. Uh-oh, they're going to say, did it hit her? Either hit her or balk. I think it hit her. So Boyle is on. 2 outs, 1 runner on. Hobbs. Hey, the potential tying run is at the bat in the form of the cleanup hitter, number 16, Carissa Garcia. And first pitch is in. It's going to be a ball. So 1-0 the count on Garcia. 2 outs, 1 runner on. Top of the 4th. Hobbs needs a couple of runs to tie this up. And Garcia is very capable of doing that with 1 swing of the bat. And that is going to be a high. So a strike. All right, so a strike on her. 1-1 the count. And a swing and a foul. We're strike number 2. 1-2 the count now. 2 outs, 1 runner on. Hobbs would really like to move Boyle around and in. And it's a very close game so far, a very tight game. Only 2 runs on the board right now, 2-0. So it's very doable for Hobbs to catch up. And that is going to be a ball inside. Even things up 2-2. And a swing and a foul out of play off to the right. We'll keep the count at 2-2. 2 outs, 1 runner on. Here we are, top of the 4th. Hobbs batting, and they trail 2-0 to Alamogordo. And she does make contact, but she fouls it off to the screen, so off to the left. So the the count remains 2-2. The score is 2-0. And a high pop is being called by the 3rd baseman. And, yep, she loves it, hangs on to it for the 3rd out. So a pop out to 3rd base, pop out to position 5 in the book for the 3rd out. Hobbs threatens but comes up short with no runs on no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Hobbs trailing 2-0. Alamogordo coming up to the plate, and we'll be back with more Lady Eagles softball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan, and here we are in the bottom of the fourth inning. Alamogordo coming up to the plate. They lead 2-0, and it's the bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9 for them. And a little bunt is played well by Marissa Young as she comes in on it. First pitch by Kosum is an out, a grounder to third base. 5-3 in the scorebook for out number one. So here we are, bottom of the fourth, one out now. And Daly coming up to the plate for Alamogordo. Daly struck out her last time up. This is her second plate appearance. And the first pitch is a strike. So 0-1 the count now. One out, nobody on. Bottom of the fourth. 2-0 your score. Very close game, very tight one here. And there's a hit out to field. And coming in on it and grabbing that. It's a good job, good play. So a fly out to right field, second out. And that brings up Ortiz to the plate for Alamogordo. Number 15, Iceland Ortiz, shortstop. So 2 outs and nobody on. Alamogordo wants to add insurance runs to their 2-0 lead, but Hobbs would like to get that third out right here. So 2 outs, and now a 1-0 count on Ortiz. She had a fly out her last time up. This is her second plate appearance. And that is going to miss for ball 2. So 2-0 the count. Bennett rather, on the mound in the circle. With a strikeout and a couple of walks. She is getting the job done as Alamogordo really has not hit her very much or very well. They have a single, an RBI single, a double, and an RBI single. So just 4 hits off of her, off of Bennett so far in this game. And that is going to be a strike, a call strike. So 3-1 the count. She definitely hit the zone when she had to on a 3-0 count. The take sign was on. And that is going to miss and put Ortiz on with a walk. The third walk for Bennett. Top of the order now. Number 10, Meli Herrera coming up to the plate. 2 outs, 1 on. Let's see, Herrera popped out to the catcher her last time up, and she popped out her first time up as well. So 2 pop outs. She's 0 for 2, a left-handed batter. And that is going to be a strike. So 0-1 count. 2 outs, nobody on. 2 outs, 1 on, sorry, just the walk. So 2 outs, 1 on. And a little attempt to bunt that, a little drag bunt, slap bunt. Rolls foul for strike number 2. So 0-2 the count now. 2 outs, 1 on. Alamogordo leading 2-0 here, bottom of the fourth inning. This playoff game, as the winner will move on to the state tournament next week. The loser's season will be done. Hobbs would like a chance to go play, and that is a solidly hit ball up the middle, but Harrison grabs it and throws it over to first for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down with no runs on no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. So a ground out, 6-3 in the books for the third out. Gets 4 up, 3 down, and score remains 2-0. Hobbs coming up to the plate, and we'll be back with more Hobbs and Lady Eagles softball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Divine Energy Services in the Permian Basin. Divine is more than just an amazing partner in the oil field. They are committed to the youth in the Permian Basin as well. From academics to athletics, you can be assured that Divine is supporting it. Remember Divine Energy for all of your oil field needs. Divine Energy Services, supporting the Permian Basin and the Hobbs Eagles since 2006.
An adolescent alligator is about 10 feet long, depending on climate and diet. You should stay at least one adolescent alligator 10 feet away from power lines. You should probably stay at least one adolescent alligator away from alligators too. Get more safety tips at excellenergy.com/safety. Excel Energy.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan, and here we are going into the top of the 5th inning. Hobbs coming up to the plate. They trail 2-0 to Alamogordo, and I think this game has probably surprised many, especially the Alamogordo folks. Alamogordo is accustomed to racking up a lot of runs in their victories, and they've had very few losses this season. Only 3 in district play, only 7 overall, and up for Hobbs, number 2. Up for Hobbs is the heart of the order, 5, 6, and 7. So Young up to the plate. And a 1-1 count as the first pitch was a strike, and this one is a ball. So top of the 5th inning, no outs, 1-1 count. Now my score bug is caught up. All right. Young at the plate. She shows bunt, pops it up, and it's grabbed by the pitcher. So I believe Lessentine caught that. So an attempted bunt, just trying to get somebody on base, get something started. A pop out for out number 1. But a good try by Hobbs. They're just trying to get a runner on any way they can. They're running out of at-bats. Top of the 5th inning. So 1 out now. And Cameron Harrison up to the plate. She hits at the first one. All right, so a little foul for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. And that is going to be a call. Strike on the inside corner, so 0-2 on Cameron Harrison, your left fielder for Hobbs. She struck out her first time up, so she's 0 for 1 and due. Hobbs trailing 2-0 here. And there's a hit over to second base. It's picked up, thrown. Oh, and it's going to be, she's safe on first. So I'm sorry, I'm looking directly into the sun and I can't really see the action. So I hope the camera caught that. But the Harrison on first. So still just 1 out. 1 out, 1 on. Potential tying run at the plate. Number 20, Anaya Rodriguez, your catcher, left-handed batter. She popped out her last time up. This is just her second plate appearance. So let's get the camera back. Again, it's hard for me to even see what's on because that sun is shining in so There's just no contrast. Sorry about that. The camera's doing the best autofocus it can. So 1-0 count on Rodriguez. A swing, a miss for strike one. So 1-1. Of course, the wind's blowing. Sorry, my left hand is busy holding the scorebook down because, again, we're outside. And a swing and a miss for strike two, as Lessentine took a little speed off of that. 1-2. So Lessentine, a very hard thrower. She's varying her speeds. And a swing and a miss for a strikeout and out number two. So 2 outs now, 1 runner on. And Angel Jimenez, your designated player, to the plate. Struck out her last time up. This is her second plate appearance. A swing and a miss for strike one. 0-1 count. 2 outs, 1 runner on. Hobbs would like to try to get a run or 2 in, try to at least get this tied up here. That's going to miss outside for ball number 1. Two outs, 1 on, 1-1 count. That's a call strike. A lot of pop in the glove, a lot of heat. 1-2 count now. Top of the 5th, Hobbs trailing 2-0 to Alamogordo. But that can change with 1 stroke of the bat. And a foul out of play, keeps the count at 1-2. Candace Harrison is on deck. And then top of the order, Jimenez. And that's going to be a ball. Alamogordo faithful thought that was a strike and wanted the call, but they did not get it. 2-2 the count now on Jimenez. With 2 outs, 1 runner on. Top of the 5th. And is that hitter? All right. So still 2 outs, and now runner on. So Harrison moved to second. Jimenez is on first, and Candace Harrison, your number 9 batter for Hobbs, up to the plate. She grounded out to third base her last time up. Hobbs trailing 2-0 with the potential go-ahead run at the plate right now. And that is going to miss up for ball number 1. High, pop in the glove. As Lessentine, pitcher in the circle for Alamogordo, definitely capable of throwing hard. She's got a very low earned run average this season. And that is going to be a base hit out to right field, and the throw comes in, and it's going to score 1, and then a throw goes, it's a bad throw for third. And so Hobbs has a run in. That is a definite hit for Candace Harrison. She's got an RBI, ended up on second base coming in on the throw, but it's an RBI double. With Cameron Harrison scoring and Jimenez on third, runners on second and third now for Hobbs. So Hobbs with 1 run across. It's a 2-1 game. And top of the order, Jimenez to the plate. Ooh, and a strike. Oh yeah, so 2 strikes. Two outs. Runners at second and third. Lead off batter, Jimenez at the plate, and a swing and a miss. So a strikeout ends the at-bat for Hobbs, but not before they put a run across. So 1 run across, 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on base. How she hit?
Outlaw Grill thanks you for supporting Outlaw Grill throughout the years. Outlaw Grill has all your favorites, from savory soups to burgers. Porterhouse steaks, fettuccine alfredo, crispy chicken scallopini are just some of the all-time favorites. Outlaw Grill invites you to come in or call your order in 575-392-2012. That's 575-392-2012. It's a fast turnaround time for a delicious gourmet meal from the crew at Outlaw Grill.
So in the top of the 5th inning, Hobbs was able to put 1 run across on 1 hit. There was 1 error, 2 left on base, and we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your score is now 2-1. Alamogordo leading, and Alamogordo up at the plate. And the first pitch is in, and it's a ball. Ball 1. And your first batter up for Alamogordo is the catcher, Granados. So here we are, bottom of the 5th. No outs. Nobody on. 1-0 count on your leadoff batter. Number 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup, and that is going to be a call strike. So 1-1 count. Granados reached on an error and scored her last time up. She had a fly out her first time up. And that is going to be high and inside for ball number 2. So 2-1 count. Lead-off batter for Alamogordo. They lead just by 1 run against Hobbs now, though, as I think this game has probably surprised a lot of people. Hobbs coming into it with confidence. And that is a hit out into left field, shallow left, but a nice play by Harrison. She gets on it, throws it in, and keeps it to a single. Again, I'm just going to try to just find the batter. So hard to see with the sun coming directly into the camera. Nothing we can do about that. This is our designated place to set up. They have a press box. It's elevated, it's in the shade. We were not invited to sit in it. And that's fouled off for strike number 2. All right, so 2-2 the count now. That is going to be high for ball number 3, so the count runs full on Granada. No, 1-1. Sorry. As this is Lessentine at the plate, and that's a 1-1 count on Lessentine. So no outs, 1 runner on. And now a strike. So 2-1 the count on Lessentine, the pitcher. And of course, it reset. Sometimes the score bug resets, and it will not take anything right now. There's a hit. There's a hit out to left field. All right. So a fly out to left field for the first out. Runner stays put at first. 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-1 is your score. And Number 12, Harley Evans, your cleanup batter for Alamogordo at the plate. She shows bunt, and it goes foul for strike. 0-1 the count now. 1 out, 1 on. Runner on first. So 0-1 count, 1 out. 2-1 is your score. Alamogordo leading Hobbs here in this playoff game. Very important. Winner moves on to the state tournament next week. That's going to be low for ball 2, or ball 1 rather, and it evens the count at 1-1. So 1-1 the count, 1 out, 1 on. Alamogordo wants to get more runs on the board, insurance runs. Hobbs would like to keep them from doing that right here. And there's a high fly ball out to center field. Coming under it is Chavez. Makes a good grab. Throws it in, keeps the runner on first for the second out. So a fly out to center field, a nicely caught ball out there. Second out, and Alexis Rodriguez, your right fielder, to the plate for Alamogordo. 2 outs, 1 runner on. And a throw down to second base is close, but does not get her. So Granados, with a stolen base, beat out the throw. Now in scoring position for Alamogordo. And the pitch was a ball, 1-0. So 1-0 the count. 1-0 count. 2 outs. And another ball, so 2-0 the count now. 2-0, 2 outs, a runner on second. Alamogordo leading 2-1, and Rodriguez at the plate. And that's going to be a call, strike. So now 2-1 the count. That is going to miss inside and high for ball number 3. 3-1 the count. Yep, 3-1 the count. And that misses, ball 4. So that puts runners at first and second now. And that brings up Bautista, the designated player, to the plate with 2 outs, 2 runners on. Bautista had a single and got stranded her first time up, grounded out to the pitcher her last time. So she is 1 for 2. And that's going to be ball 1. So 1-0 count. The pace of this game very slow. Maybe it's just because I'm standing up. It just feels like it's taking forever. All right, left-handed batter, Bautista with a 1-0 count. Swing and a foul back out of play for strike number 1. One and 1 count. Bautista at the plate. Swing and a hit right back to the circle. Bennett picks it up and fires over to first for out number 3. So scored in the books, 1-3 for the third out. And Hobbs is able to keep Alamogordo from scoring any runs. So no runs on no hits, no errors, 2 left on base. So we go to the top of the 6th inning. Your score is still 2-1. Alamogordo leading, but Hobbs coming up to the plate. And we'll be back with more Lady Eagle softball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Outlaw Grill thanks you for supporting Outlaw Grill throughout the years. Outlaw Grill has all your favorites, from savory soups to burgers. Porterhouse steaks, fettuccine alfredo, crispy chicken scallopini are just some of the all-time favorites. Outlaw Grill invites you to come in or call your order in 575-392-2012. That's 575-392-2012. It's a fast turnaround time for a delicious gourmet meal from the crew at Outlaw Grill.
Hobbs Rental wants to wish Lee County student athletes the best of luck as they take on challenges and experience success. The team of Hobbs Rental wants you to know that teamwork is everything. Hobbs Rental provides complete valve service, relief valve, vent valve, and thief hatch maintenance. BR certified and ISN approved. When you need the job done right the first time, call Hobbs Rental at 393-3085. Go Eagles!
All right, here we are back with more Lady Eagle softball. Playoff action here in Alamogordo. I'm Don Morgan. And 2-1 is your score. Alamogordo leading by 1. Edith Chavez to the plate. A 1-0 count on Chavez. And that's going to be ball 2 as the Alamogordo faithful not liking that call. 2-0 the count on Chavez. So Chavez 0 for 2 and due. Trying to get something started for Hobbs here. Swing and a foul ball for strike 1. Oh, okay, and fouled out. The foul caught by first baseman, so a fly, a pop out. Sorry, that sun is, I'm having trouble even seeing through the viewfinder. So trying to see it through the viewfinder means I'm not seeing it in real time for myself, but a pop out to 3, position 3 for out number 1. That brings up Kaya Boyle to the plate. So 1 out, nobody on. Boyle to the plate. That misses high. So 2-0 the count on Boyle. She reached on she was hit by a pitch. Her last time up got stranded, struck out her first time up. And there's a hot grounder down the third base line, but it's going to go foul. So good contact with the ball, though. Really good contact. Becomes the first strike. 2-1 the count. Lots of Hobbs faithful saying, straighten it out, Kaya, straighten it out. Hobbs trailing only by 1 run here in the top of the 6th inning. A very low-scoring game, a surprising game for a lot of people. That's going to miss I'd say in the dirt, but it's an artificial turf here, artificial field for in most areas. There is some dirt, some real dirt here and there. And a hit over to the shortstop. She picks it up, throws it over, and is out. So 6-3 in the book for the second out. That brings up Carissa Garcia to the plate. So 2 outs. So Carissa Garcia, the cleanup hitter for Hobbs. She popped out to the first baseman her last time, had a fly out to the right field her first time up, so she is 0 for 2 and due. Hobbs needs 1 run. They trail 2-1. That's going to be a ball. So 1-0 the count. 2 outs, 1-0 the count. Top of the 6th inning. Hobbs trailing by 1 run. And a foul for strike number 1. 1-1 the count. 2 outs and nobody on. Alamogordo wanting to get the 3rd out, get back to the dugout, get some insurance runs. Hobbs wants to blow things open with a 2-out rally here. And that's going to miss. Low and inside for ball number 2. So 2-1 the count. As that sun, if the game lasts this long, the sun actually may finally dip down. The field lights have come on here. Swing and a foul out of play for strike 2. So 2-2 the count now. Two and two the count, 2 outs, nobody on. Young is on deck, Harrison in the hole. And that's a call, strike 3. Strike out, Hobbs not liking that. Garcia did not agree with that call. But a call, strike 3, very decisively by the ump, ends Hobbs at bat. So no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Alamogordo coming up to the plate. They lead 2-1, and we'll be back with Lady Eagle Playoff Softball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
RMS Foods Incorporated of Hobbs supports local athletics. Wishing the Hobbs Eagles the best of luck. That hard work and dedication is definitely paid off. It's time to shine, Eagles. RMS Foods, providing high-quality products for the food industry. RMS Foods Incorporated, Hobbs, New Mexico, proud to be a part of Lee County. Go Eagles! Your friends at RMS Foods are behind you all the way. Hobbs Rental wants to wish Lee County student-athletes the best of luck as they take on challenges and experience success. The team of Hobbs Rental wants you to know that teamwork is everything. Hobbs Rental provides complete valve service, relief valve, vent valve, and thief hatch maintenance. BR certified and ISN approved. When you need the job done right the first time, call Hobbs Rental at 393-3085. Go Eagles!
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles Softball playoff action in Alamogordo. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Alamogordo leading 2-1. And it's the bottom of the order up for them, 7, 8, and 9. As coming up first is Kosum, the third baseman for Alamogordo. As the sun is now setting, and it's probably in the very worst place. It's very difficult to see. I know, I'm sorry, but there's nothing we can do about it. This is where we're set up. This is where we were told. And we're looking directly into the sun, as are the Hobbs girls out of their dugout. First pitch is going to be a ball for, or second pitch in is a ball. So 2-0 is the count. 2-0 the count. No outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th. 2-1 your score, just a 1-run lead. You know Alamogordo wants to pad that, but Hobbs girls want to try to get outs efficiently and get back to the dugout and try to catch up. And that is going to be a strike, a call, strike 1. Looked like right at the letters and probably either right over the plate or on the outside corner. So 2-1 the count on Kosum. Daly on deck, Ortiz in the hole for Alamogordo. And a swing. Oh, and a nice snag by Harrison and a good throw over to first for an out. So 6-3 for the first out. And Alamogordo just has not been able to get good hits, good contact on the ball. Bennett has only struck out 1 and walked a few, but she's doing an effective job in the circle because Alamogordo only has about 4 hits off of her in this game. I'd have to look back and make for sure. And that is going to be a strike. So 0-1 the count on Daly. As Alamogordo may have come into this game sort of underestimating Hobbs and expecting an easier time of this. They're accustomed to scoring a lot more runs, and that is going to go right over to first and be an out. So 2 outs, 2 batters up and 2 outs, and Ortiz, the number 9 hitter. So good work there by Garcia. Of course, Bennett in the circle. So 2 outs, nobody on. Ortiz up to the plate. First pitch is a call, strike 1. So 0-1 count. Hobbs has been doing a very good job fielding as well, because Alamogordo has been hitting the ball, but they have been hitting the ball, and it's, for the most part, it's been fieldable balls, catchable balls, infield and outfield. So 2 outs. 2 outs now. Ortiz at the plate with a 1-1 count. That misses low for 2-1 count. It's Alamogordo trying to get a 2-out rally going here. And so 1 runner on. Ortiz on first, 2 outs, top of the lineup. Herrera with a call strike on her. 0-1 count, 2 outs. A runner on first. And a swing and a ball that's going to end up being too far for Chavez to be able to get and hang on to. Man, she did a great job even getting to that ball. It was on the very end of her glove. She dove for it, and it just was not catchable. So that is not an error. That was simply a great dive and an attempt at a catch. And that moves Ortiz over to third and gives Herrera the double. So runners at second and third now, but 2 outs. And Crossland is going out to the circle. So a timeout. We'll see what's going on. So here we are, bottom of the 6th inning. Alamogordo, 2 outs, runners at second and third now. And Alamogordo leading this one 2-1. As finally, that sun is getting lower and lower. But it's still in a very bad place to both see what's going on in the field and for the camera to catch. But hopefully you're able to see enough of what's going on. With 2 outs and 2 on, your catcher, Mariah Granados, up to the plate. She worked a walk, stole a base, got stranded her last time up, reached on an error and scored her second time up. And the first pitch is going to be a ball. So I think Crossland going out just to give his girls a pep talk, saying you got 2 outs, concentrate on the out. Make sure everybody knew what their position is, what they're to do. If the ball is hit certain places. And that is going to miss for ball 2. So 2-0 count. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Alamogordo leading 2-1. And number 11, Granados, the catcher, at the plate for the Lady Tigers. And there's a ground ball hit to Harrison. It's short. She fires it over to third for the 3rd out. And wow, Alamogordo threatens but comes up short. Again, hitting ground balls, infield balls, and good fielding by Hobbs, preserving that scoreless at-bat for Alamogordo. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. We're just going to keep it right here this time. So 3 outs, And now Hobbs girls in their final at-bat, unless they can come up with 1 run to tie it and 2 to go ahead. Top of the 7th inning, and they trail 2-1 here in this playoff game in Alamogordo. The winner moves on, and the winner of this game will move into the double elimination part of the tournament. The 4A and 5A teams all start playing next Thursday, and the winner will move into that game. And that game is going to be against either Piedra Vista or Sandia. The winner of that game, that playoff game that's happening, I think, today or tomorrow. So the winner of that game will move on and face the winner of this game in the double elimination tournament. And that game is going to be at Cleveland High School on field number 2, by the way, at 11 a.m. next Thursday. So a big thank you to all of our sponsors: Thriftway, Hobbs Rental, Lavelle Insurance, RMS Foods, Lasco, Outlaw Grill, Eunice Public Schools, IPS, Divine Energy, and Excel. So thank you to our sponsors. We appreciate everyone very much. All right, first batter up is Marissa Young, and the first pitch a ball. So 1-0 count on Young here. 1-0 count. Get the camera adjusted back so you can see everything there. So 2 balls and no strikes. It's Hobbs down to their last at bat. They need base runners. Here in the top of the 7th inning, they trail, but only by 1 run. And they are fired up and motivated. That is going to be a call strike. Hobbs faithful not liking it. I think that was right at the letters probably, and as long as it was across the plate, then it was a strike. All right, 3-1 count. 3-1 count on Young. And she takes her base on balls. A walk gives Hobbs hope, as the potential go-ahead run is now at the plate. And that's could be a costly walk for Alamogordo. And that, I believe, all right, so Coach Reyes out to talk to the Lady Tigers in the circle, as top of the 7th here, Hobbs with one runner on, no outs, and Cameron Harrison up to the plate. She was hit by pitch and ended up scoring for Hobbs her last time up, and she struck out her first time up. So no outs, 1 runner on. Harrison, your left fielder, to the plate. And that's a call, strike 1. Lessentine in the circle for Alamogordo. Pressure's on her, as the crowd has continued to build here in Alamogordo during this game. Shows bunt, lays one down right in front of the circle. Lessentine picks it up, throws to first for the out, but it does move a runner. So a sack bunt for Harrison does what it was intended to do, and that's move a runner into scoring position for Hobbs. So Young on second with 1 out. Top of the 7th inning here, as Coach Crossland wants to have a word with Amaya Rodriguez. Rodriguez the catcher. Rodriguez the catcher here. Left-handed batter. Runner on second, 1 out. Hobbs trailing by 1 run, 2-1 here. A swing and a miss, as Lessentine brought the heat. Fastball, but you know, the harder the pitch, the harder the hit if you can meet it. So 0-1 count. As And that's a call, strike 2. 0-2 count. One out, one runner on. Hobbs trailing by 1 run. And that's going to just miss for ball number 1. She definitely flinched on it. Rodriguez definitely looked at that, thought about it with 2 strikes, having to protect the plate, but let it go, and it was a ball. So I can finally start to see. And that, oh dear, that, you know what? I think the ball got hung up with the umpire behind the plate. And that moves the runner around, though. So Young is sitting on third. With a 2-2 count, 1 out, a runner on third for Hobbs. And a swing and a miss. So protecting the plate, chasing a high one. A strikeout for out number 2. So 2 outs now, 1 runner on third, that's Young, and Angel Jimenez, the designated player, up to the plate. Jimenez reached, I think she was hit by a pitch, got stranded her last time up, struck out her first time up. So 2 outs, a runner on third, 2-1 your score, Alamogordo leading, and that is a ball low for 1-0. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Is that a ball? Wow, okay. Alamogordo thinking it was a strike. I really thought that he was calling it a strike. So 2-0 the count, 2 outs, a runner on third. And that is a called strike and a changeup as Lessentine took a lot of speed off of it. Looked like maybe she floated it up over the outside corner. So 2-1 count. As Jimenez probably expecting the heater there and got a changeup. And that is going to be fouled for strike 2. Two and 2 the count. 2 outs, runner on third. Hobbs trailing by 1 run here in the top of the 7th inning. A lot on the line as the winner moves on to the state tournament next week in Albuquerque. And the payoff pitch, swing, and a foul tip as she stays alive. Just enough to get just the slightest piece of it and foul it back to the screen. 2 outs, 2-2 count. Runner on third. Hobbs needs 1 to tie it, 2 to move ahead. Swing and a miss. Strikeout, out number 3, and that is the ball game, folks. That is the ball game. 2-1 your final score, as Alamogordo is the home team, does not have to bat because they win this one by 1 run. Your final score, 2-1. We'll be back to wrap this one up. Alamogordo beats Hobbs and moves on to the state tournament. 2-1 your final score. We'll be back with the wrap-up here. Hobbs Lady Eagle Softball on Hobbs Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Largest independent insurance agency, Lavelle Insurance, works with a large number of insurance companies. They'll do your comparison shopping for you, guaranteeing you the very best price on the very best coverage for life, health, auto, retirement planning, commercial or personal insurance. Lavelle Insurance offers innovative solutions to protect your assets, goals, and future plans.
Cinco de Mayo specials are going on this week at Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs.
Baby back pork ribs, $1.99 a pound. Boneless beef ribeye steak, $6.99 a pound. Fresh sirloin in pork roast, $1.19 a pound. Large Roma tomatoes, 99 cents a pound. Large red honey mangoes, 99 cents each. Fancy sweet corn, 2 for $1. And tropical kiwi fruit, 2 for $1.
For all your grocery specials, come to La Tienda 400 East Marlin and Thriftway in the Broadmoor Shopping Center.
Outlaw Grill thanks you for supporting Outlaw Grill throughout the years. Outlaw Grill has all your favorites, from savory soups to burgers. Porterhouse steaks, fettuccine alfredo, crispy chicken scallopini are just some of the all-time favorites. Outlaw Grill invites you to come in or call your order in 575-392-2012. That's 575-392-2012. It's a fast turnaround time for a delicious gourmet meal from the crew at Outlaw Grill.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics. Divine Energy Services in the Permian Basin. Divine is more than just an amazing partner in the oil field. They are committed to the youth in the Permian Basin as well. From academics to athletics, you can be assured that Divine is supporting it. Remember Divine Energy for all of your oil field needs. Divine Energy Services, supporting the Permian Basin and the Hobbs Eagles since 2006.
An adolescent alligator is about 10 feet long, depending on climate and diet. You should stay at least one adolescent alligator 10 feet away from power lines. You should probably stay at least one adolescent alligator away from alligators, too. Get more safety tips at excellenergy.com/safety. Excel Energy.
RMS Foods Incorporated of Hobbs supports local athletics. Wishing the Hobbs Eagles the best of luck. That hard work and dedication is definitely paid off. It's time to shine, Eagles. RMS Foods, providing high-quality products for the food industry. RMS Foods Incorporated, Hobbs, New Mexico, proud to be a part of Lee County. Go Eagles! Your friends at RMS Foods are behind you all the way.
And welcome back to Lady Eagles Softball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan, and this was such a close game. Went down to the top of the 7th inning, and it was a 2-1 final score. Alamogordo beating Hobbs, the Lady Tigers beating the Lady Eagles. And here is how they did it. Alamogordo scored 2 runs on 6 hits. They commit 1 error. They left 9 on base. Hobbs had 1 run on 1 hit, committed 1 error, left 4 on base. Your winning pitcher this afternoon in the circle for Alamogordo is Lessentine, and Bennett takes the loss. But, you know, when you look at this, Hobbs should have won. Alamogordo did not play, as well as you would expect a number 5 seed coming into this game. I mean, yes, they scored 2 runs, enough to win it. They did enough to beat Hobbs, yes. but they out-hit Hobbs. They had 6 hits, and they left 9 on base. They did not have timely hitting, and the score should have been much higher. In fact, they're accustomed to running up the scoreboard much higher against opponents, so Hobbs should feel proud that they kept them, not scoring. And a lot of that was due to Bennett in the circle. They just were not able to really pick up and hit her, consistently, really solidly. Throughout the game. And a lot of that also was due to fielding by Hobbs. Very tight. They commit only 1 error. Their fielding was excellent. And the balls were hit kind of all over the field, some grounders, some pop-outs. But Alamogordo was not able to hit very many long balls off of Bennett today. So really, Hobbs should be very proud that they played as well as they did. And they were only beaten by 1 run. 1's all it takes to move Alamogordo on into the double elimination tournament next week in Albuquerque, actually Rio Rancho. So Alamogordo will move on and play either Piedra Vista or Sandia next Thursday morning at 11 at Cleveland High School on field number 2. Hobbs will make the long bus drive back to home to Hobbs, and knowing that their softball season is done. However, they should hold their heads high. They finished at ranked number 12 in all of 5A in New Mexico. They finished 2nd in district, and they finish with a 19-8 overall. They finish with a 14-13 overall record. Still, more than 500 on the season, and they also go out leaving knowing that they lost this playoff game only by 1 run. I think Alamogordo should feel lucky that they escaped like they did with this win, enough to move on. So that will do it for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. And Coach Crossland, congratulations to the Lady Eagles on a very good season. Of course, Coach Crossland announcing his retirement, so this is his last season here. This is it. This is his final team that he's coaching for the Hobbs softball program. And this is going to be, at least the Hobbs girls got into the playoffs and came within 1 run, really, of being able to move on. 2 runs, really, when you think about they needed that 1 to tie it and another 1 to win it in their last at-bat. But in a walk-off 2-1 win, Alamogordo wins and moves on. So thank you very much. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks for watching and listening, watching and supporting our Lady Eagles. So we have been happy to bring them to you either on Hobbs Sports YouTube or Lee County News and Sports YouTube, as we did today, and HobbsAmerica.com, and on our Facebook page, Eagle 100.5 Facebook page as well. So thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to Tiff Stuber for monitoring the game this afternoon and communicating with me, and thank you very much. The only other score that I'm aware of is, and I don't know, I have a feeling that the Hobbs baseball game is over, but I was texted the final for the Lovington baseball score, and that was Lovington lost 18-3 to Albuquerque Valley in Albuquerque. So, and Hobbs, of course, was going in as the number 16 seed, playing the number 1 seed, Rio Rancho, and that game was also supposed to start at 4. So I'll do a quick search and see before I turn this off how Hobbs did, and if it's posted and updated there. So we will see. 7, yes, Hobbs lost to Rio Rancho 7-1 in the first game of that best-of-3 series. So there will be 2 more games tomorrow if necessary. There'll be the second game will be at 10 a.m. If Hobbs loses, that'll be it, and Rio Rancho will move on to the quarterfinals of 5A. But if Hobbs wins, that would force a 3rd game tomorrow. So Hobbs did lose to Rio Rancho 7-1, and Lovington lost to Albuquerque Valley 18-3. And there will be a second game, of course, for Lovington against Valley tomorrow at 10 a.m. as well. So be sure and look on our Facebook pages for the links and to see who's playing when and where and how to watch and listen to those games. I believe there's no video for the Hobbs baseball. There is video allowed for Lovington baseball. And now we're done. Hobbs girls are done. Tomorrow, the Lovington girls are going to be hosting Moriarty for a playoff game, and that's a one and done. The winner will move on to the state tournament next week, and I will have that game for you. Again, I believe that will be on Lee County News and Sports YouTube as well, since Lovington is also playing and will be on Lovington Sports YouTube. good luck to Hobbs and Lovington baseball, and good job on their season for the Hobbs girls, and good luck to the Lovington girls tomorrow. Eunice and Jowl are waiting seeding this Sunday to find out if they move on to the tournament next week in Albuquerque, and if so, who they'll play and when. So we will have all of that information for you on Monday. Thank you very much. I'm Dawn Morgan signing off with the Lady Eagle softball. A loss ends their season 2-1 here in Alamogordo. You've been watching on Lee County News and Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. Good evening and safe travels to our team and fans.